and the mega powers explode.
I'm talking about the 80s. Oh, yeah.
Great Scott!
Cream of the crop. Oh, yeah.
Mega powers, yeah!
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
You said something that prompted me of a story, and it's nothing to do with that.
Okay.
But Halloween candy. I lost my job in September. We hardly get trick-or-treaters, and so like in years past, I've gotten the big bag of Costco candy and like kind of parked on a corner a couple blocks, a block or so away, and then we'd like get a camp chair, and a bowl of candy.
Well, because this is your first Halloween in your house this last year?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, like, we didn't get a lot of kids on our street, even though, like, we are 80 feet from the corner that is, like, one of the biggest trafficked intersections. Like, kids just don't come down our block. They go to the north-south on that street, and then they go further west, but we're east. And so we just, like, gave out candy, and it was fun. And it was just, like, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to spend, like, $25-$30 on candy. Like, it's the definition of, like, extra expense we don't need to be spending, without me having a job. We're not going to do that. We have a little bit of candy if someone comes to the door. And so we had like a number of Kit Kats that we had brought back from Japan that are kind of like funky flavors, like green tea and green tea,
raspberry cheesecake and
strawberry cheesecake, raspberry cheesecake, and then wasabi. And then we had like a handful of whatever else we had, like some candy that was just like in the house that I was like, oh, this is fine. Like, normal American candy, whatever the hell it was. And the doorbell rings while we're watching the movie, and I get up, and it's like 4 or 5 pretty young kids, like looks like 3 together and 2 together, like 3 siblings and 2 siblings. And I was like, oh, okay, hey guys, happy Halloween. And I was like, I got some fun, I got some regular stuff and some fun stuff if you guys want to try something a little more adventurous. And the 2 older kids are like, ooh, what's this, green tea? Okay. And I said green tea, and they take one another.
Like, are we talking like teenagers or like
no,
tween?
like probably like 10.
Okay.
And then the 8-year-old comes up and takes like a regular candy, and the youngest comes up, and he's probably no more than like 4 or 5, and he takes some candy, and he's like walking down the stairs, and my wife had come over to say hi and happy Halloween, and as like the door is swinging shut, the little boy goes, "They had weird candy." I was like, yeah, kid, you're not wrong. You're the only trick-or-treaters we got tonight.
Yeah. We had a moment. So for some reason this year, I felt like the trick-or-treating started late, very late.
Interesting.
I was like, normally, like, I'm done work at 4:30. I come upstairs
here,
and like by 5 o'clock, we've gotten a trick-or-treater.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a big rush, but like it started. And this year I was like, I kept checking the watch. I was like, it's like almost 5:30. It's 6 and we haven't gotten anyone. I was like,
yeah,
oh no, what's happening? And I think it just was a general consensus to start late. I don't know if there's like a parent network. I don't know how things work. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I just give them candy. And so we were like, because we open our main door and leave our storm door, like it's just glass. So that way everyone can see a bright light, like, hey, come on in, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so I kept like opening the door and like looking around, being like,
doing a check.
Yeah, I was like, did they like change the date of Halloween? I remember they used to try to do that in the 90s and no one ever liked it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, I think I hear some kids. Cool. And like I'm in row homes, and so like two doors down from me, there's a bit of a split in the houses. But I could see these 2 kids in their costumes running around their front lawn, and their mom was sitting on the porch. Clearly, like, we have to wait for dad to come home before we can go trick-or-treating moment. And so these poor kids are watching people start to trick-or-treat and just, like, losing it. And so my boyfriend and I, we had, like a little thing of bubbles, like you get as, like, a party favor or something. And one of the kids was Spider-Man, one was like Cinderella or Elsa or something. And then we had a red and a blue thing. I was like, we're going to give these away. Cause I was like, we need to get these, like, we don't need these in the house. Yeah. So I went over with candy and the bubbles, and I was like, just walked up to the chain link fence, and I was like, hey, do you want, and like, they came over, and I don't know what it was, but the mom immediately was like, what is that? And I was like, candy and bubbles? Like, I don't know, like maybe she thought I was giving them like a drink or something, like, cause it was a liquid in a tube. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just like very thrown off that she was like, I'm walking up, I'm making eye contact with the mom and waving as I walk. What? I'm a bad criminal. If I'm trying to do something crimey, I'm a bad criminal at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my fun little.
Yeah, it's always interesting. That's like you're about to walk these kids door to door and have them take things from strangers. Can we chill?
Yeah.
Can we chill?
Yeah.
If I was king of the world, Halloween would be observed the last Saturday of the month.
It would be a mover like Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Last Saturday of the month's Halloween, and Christmas is now January 25th.
Oh, okay.
It's too close to Thanksgiving.
Now you're ruining my birthday, moving Christmas that far.
Jammed in. Well, you'll have to deal with it. We can move your birthday.
So Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day. I'm fucked in terms of presents.
Well, look, who gets a gift for Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is like a card and some candy. That's not a real gift-giving occasion.
I guess we just don't really do cards.
It's like my wife and I exchanged like a nice love note and some candy, like a small candy or cookies or something like that. That's not really like a real holiday. But yeah, it's like Thanksgiving, Christmas are too close together. It's too much stress. Also, the winter sucks. Making it something to look forward to in January is fine. It's not Jesus's actual birthday. That was in like mid-July, so it's all nonsense.
I know.
So let's just move it to the time that it makes most sense. End of January. Everyone hates January. It's an awful month.
Yeah, it's a bad month.
The worst weather. It's miserable. And then in years with inaugurations, you'd at least have like, if you were unhappy with the president, you'd be like, well, Christmas is in 4 days. You know what I mean?
I'll let you have it.
I think this is like a thing that would be hugely controversial to Christians, but
wildly controversial. Like,
it was like, it's all nonsense anyway. It's all fake. It's all made up.
I know that.
I mean, the date. We're not getting into religion atheism here, although I do have similar opinions in that. I'm just saying, it's like, it's all fake. He wasn't born in December. It's all nonsense.
I understand.
Okay, back to the movie.
Dissecting the 80s is a Chum Some of This production.